Okay, so I finished journal number 7 last night. Now this is out of order. I completed journal number 8 before this one, but there you go. So it's really hard to get this in frame. Okay, that's good enough. I struggled with this for a long time. I kept being stuck with it. I would do something and then I would say, it's still missing something. It's still not good. And so when I got to this point, I said, okay, that's enough. It's good enough. It's as good as it's going to get, and I left it. It is what it is, I guess. It's just a bunch of leftovers from other projects around Valentine's Day mostly. And then this was another, I had done this and then the background color on this side, and then I didn't know where to go from there. So this ended up just staying like this too, except that I put some stickers that I found and that I got. And this was inspired by Larry. This was Larry's, or a part of what she was doing. I'm pretty sure I did a video about this. So this is an alien, but he's friendly. And then St. Patrick's Day, the same thing happened as with the Valentine's pages. I didn't really know where to go from here. Each of those is a punched heart that I glued down. And then, but I just recently finished You're Like a 4-Leaf Clover, Rare to Find and Lucky to Have. So I figured that's good enough for this page, this spread. And then I got the Create a Sticker, the bigger one, this guy, and this inspired the next several pages that you're about to see. Well, it inspired this, and then this inspired another, and then that inspired another, and so on and so forth. So I saw these critters in here, in the different parts. Like this inspired this. And so yeah, the various things you see in here are from in there. But there are little birds. And stuff. So some aliens and other critters. More of those types of trees. And another just a bunch of circles, and this is scrapbooking paper cut in circles. And this I picked up, I don't remember where we were at the, anyway, we went somewhere and I picked that up because I thought it was something about this image, just I like it, and I don't remember what it's for. Some music band or something like that, or a play or something. I can't remember what. And yeah, it'll take me too long to figure it out. And then this is a sticker that Franklin used to come home and bring me. He hasn't brought them to me for a long time, so I don't know. I guess wherever he got them from, they're not giving them out anymore or something. So anyway, but this seemed to match perfectly with this, and this this was just leftover paints, and then I drew the girls on a separate piece of paper and then put it there on top, and then made it blend. So them leaves is a die cut, and I get she was in here, and this was in some paint, leftover paint on a piece of scrap paper, and so right here, she's right here. I don't know how much you can see. Right there. So created this fairy and then made a little border with the and this is inspired by Dee Dee. She was drawing some animals, and I had never heard of a slow loris or a tarsier. I don't even know how to pronounce it. But anyway, I had never heard of these critters before, but they're adorable. And so I just drew this while Dee Dee was doing it. This was an experiment. The tissue paper was supposed to bleed, but it didn't. So I ended up gluing the pieces of tissue paper instead of having just what it bled. And because it was an experiment, I didn't actually fix this because I wanted to keep the results so that I'd know that it doesn't actually work and stuff. This was, I was ready to explode from creative overwhelm, and just a bunch of stuff was going wrong with a lot of people I care about, and it was just a little too much to keep down. So and then these are all inspired by Dee Dee again. She was doing some animal drawings, and I was doing some too. I used photos off the internet for reference. And then just a piece of book text, and then just colored pencils on top. And this used a magazine image for reference, and then I used this to rip the edges so that it was interesting. That's supposed to be me, but I look a little bit like Oprah there. But anyway, if you are always trying to be normal, you will never know how amazing you could be, by Maya Angelou. And then that's just a doodle, probably inspired by somebody. This was a meditation I was doing. A free meditation from the Chopra Center. And yeah, just the image that came up for me. And then some book text. This is inspired by oh, I can't remember. Somebody in the day moon or something like that. Anyway, yeah, I just really love this this look. So it's scrapbooking paper and book text, and then just scrap paper. And this was another page that I was so stuck on for a long time. I did one thing and then thought, okay, that's ugly, so did another layer and still wasn't happy, and then another layer, and so on and so forth, until I reached this stage, and that was that. And these black marks are created with this, and this is inspired by Jenny Belly, and I love it. So B, it's a piece of book text, and it had a neat word. She was inspired by this, and this is something my sister Lynn was doing. And this background is inspired by Mrs. Brimble's, and this I didn't actually draw it. I traced an image out of a magazine and then silhouetted the image. Canada Day. And these I made for Hedgie, the book Hedgehog, and then these I made for myself and wore them and then put them in my journal after. So that's the back of the glasses, and that's a quick sketch of Soma. And this makes me really happy. I think this is very pretty. Not to toot my own horn, but I really like this page. Simple, but so pretty in my opinion. And that's a sketch done with just a regular pen, like this one. A Bic. And smudging the ink with my wet finger. This was inspired by Laurie. I saw it in one of her projects before her project was finished. This was inspired by Dee Dee again, because she was drawing animals and I drew it too. I don't remember where I got the idea for this. I probably woke up with the idea in my head, and then so I drew her and did this on top, and then similar idea here with rainbow writing, rainbow journaling. I decided to just leave that blank, and because I want to be able to read that someday, I didn't attach it. So just an abstract. a couple of pencil drawings of Soma. You probably can't really see. I decided not to color them. Excuse me. She was in my lap, and she kept moving, so I didn't quite get it. Didn't get it quite right and stuff, but I still liked the drawings, and so she was still quite young there. Well, she's still quite young right now, but she was still a kitten. Now she's a young adult. Anyway, this is either the first or one of the first. It's my second quirk. My second quirky girl. And these were the befores. Maybe she's the first one. I think she might be the. Anyway, these are a couple of my first art quirks, and hope and wishes for all that delight will sour in the midst of action not taken and words unsaid, by Maximilian Degeneres. Inspired by an actress and a magazine page combined. It's not made to look exactly like her anyway. It's just inspired by what she was wearing in one of the episodes of the show. I'm trying to remember the name of the show. It's Beauty and the Beast, but it's modernized, and I don't know if that's the actual title. Anyway, and here's just some abstracts, some pieces cut out, and then here it's just drawn on, but here the pieces are cut out. I think these were inspired by things I saw in here. And so there's a bird, and then a few aliens, and some neat vine-like things, half vine, half snowflake or something, I don't know. Anyway, and then I liked this, and so I did this. So that happens a lot. Like I'll do one thing, and that will inspire another thing, and then that will inspire another thing, or I get several ideas by one thing I've done and stuff. So just having fun drawing some aliens. Another couple of art quirks. This is before I made an album or a journal specifically for them, but they're in here. This was Jenny Bailey's Journal Workshop Challenge, and it was back to school. And so I just clipped a bunch of stuff that reminded me of my school days. And then that's me. Not sure exactly what the year is, but I'm age 7. Oh, it says it right there. Age 7, September 6th, 1980. Wow, that's pretty specific. Anyway, that was me sporting my new clothes, my new school clothes, and I loved this outfit. I was so excited about that. And then I did some more on this challenge theme. Redid I'm pretty sure there are videos about this whole thing. But I redid a couple of the things, the projects I did while in school, and that was something that I did too. I did similar thing and won a medal for that project. And then I just tucked in some journaling and some leftovers here on this side. And then I used to collect, well, I still collect them really, but anyway, I used to collect stickers, and the scratch and sniff ones were my favorite. And so these are scratch and sniffs. And then anyway, just a bunch of stuff that remind me of my school days. And then this is inspired by I call him Commander Mark. I can't remember what his actual name is, but he's on YouTube now. And so yeah, he had a really wonderful kids TV show, and I absolutely enjoyed, and a lot of my aliens and stuff are sort of inspired by him. So anyway, just a bunch of fun things. Okay, I don't know why the camera timed out. Hopefully it'll let me keep going. We'll see. So that represents me and Soma. She used to get up on my shoulder a lot. I was giving somebody a lesson. I think it was Larry. I was showing somebody how to draw a face via Skype, and this was given to me by Veronica, and I love it, even though there's green. No, I love it. And made these. You put paint, and then you fold it up, and then cut up the shape of a butterfly, and you end up with some pretty butterflies. And then I had a lot of paint, and I wanted it to dry faster, so I stamped it there. And then this ended up inspiring her and the bird. So just a drawing to go with some journaling. Some more of them butterflies, and these are just printed photos of them. And then this one inspired this. And I think Larry saw it before I did. Inspired her too. Then this Lacy Pattern was inspired by Meridel, the Mary Atelier, and yeah, I don't remember what this is all about. I think I had tried to do some spray inks, and then it went wrong, and then I just did a bunch of stuff, and then saw in the inks, I saw these critters, these weird people and stuff, and so I just did that. This is inspired by Eileen McInnes, I believe. She did a beautiful canvas, I think it was. It's been a while, so my memory's not so good. I mean, I wrote it down and I could read it and stuff, but anyway. Yeah, inspired by a canvas. So anyway, it would be wonderful if the magic of the Christmas season could last all year through. Then just, I was going through some stuff because there was a lot of bad news coming from many directions from a lot of people I care about, and so just journaling about that. This was a free printout that you could get from Bailey J, and yeah, from Bailey J, and it was a coloring page basically, and I really loved it, and so I printed it out and colored it. And trying to remember, these were just a bunch of Franklin gave me a bunch of new treats from a store, and we went to a Christmas party and stuff, so it's just, I thought it made it kind of a neat collage, so I just did that. Yeah, just some more journaling about all the bad news and everything. And then we saw the movie, and I absolutely love BB-8. He's so adorable. I'd love to have one of them toys that he actually moves around and stuff, but it's too expensive, so I just drew him for myself. An experiment that only sort of worked. I did a bunch of stuff on the background, and I blacked out. Then I stamped some butterflies over top, and then I blacked out around the butterflies, and then I put some glossy accents over top of the butterflies, just to see what would happen. And it's okay, but I think I would do different with the background if I tried this again. And then just some journaling with some gel pens over top of some black gesso. And while the gesso was still wet, I used a catalyst tool to make lines. Rainbow of birds. Cardinal. I don't know what they all are. It's a hummingbird, but I don't know what types they all are. I just looked on the internet for reference photos of birds of the color that I needed, and so and this is another of the pages that I was so stuck on for so long, because I had done the background, and then I stuck these pieces from I don't even know what that was. It was just a piece of paper I had with some nice, neat marks on it. And so I tried to mimic the pattern in the background, and then stuck those on. And then I didn't know where to go from there until recently I added the mermaids. And I love it now. Yeah. She's my favorite one. And then I did Mavis from Hotel Transylvania, because I just love her. I don't know what it is about her. I guess maybe it's her colors, and you know, I don't know. There's just something about her. I just love her look, and so I decided to draw her. But I did her on a separate piece of paper, and then I cut her out and put her on. Now, this background was going to be for her, but she works better on just a white background. On here it just didn't work, and so that's part of the reason why I was stuck on this page for so long. So anyway, then I didn't know what to do with this, at all, because I just loved it just like that, and anything I tried to come up with to put with her or whatever, it just didn't work. Until recently, I was Skyping with my sister, and she said, "What about that quote from Dale Carnegie?" And I said, "That is perfect." So I did the quote like this, and to match her socks, sort of, or her stockings, or whatever those are. And then I printed out a picture of her as a bat, and I probably should have drawn it, but anyway, this is probably copyright. But anyway, I did that. And then the quote says, "If you want to be enthusiastic, act enthusiastic," by Dale Carnegie. So there you go. Finally, it's just perfect. So I finally finished that page up. Artwork. I don't remember what inspired this lady, but started while Skyping with my sister, so I guess I was just drawing. Yeah. And then this is another page that I was stuck on for a very long time. It had something on it, or maybe, oh no, this I think was the page that was left blank accidentally or something, that I had accidentally skipped it or something. And recently I've been working on finishing this journal up, and so I came back to do it. But then, so I covered the background in book text, and then I glued some napkins on top of that, and then I didn't know what to do after the napkins. And then I thought, okay, well, it's kind of foresty looking in a way, why don't I make a deer? So I did the deer, and then I kind of mimicked the pattern on the napkin a little bit on top, and then it was just so empty and needed more, but I didn't know what to do. So then I ended up doing the fawn, and I liked it better on this side for some reason. But I had started with putting it this way, so I made it so that it can be either way. And then I recently went to a Value Village. You might have seen the haul video, thrifty goodies, I think it's called, something like that. Anyway, and I found some of that, I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, some of that stuff, and I thought it's perfect to hide some of this green. And just works really well with this page. And then this page was so bare that I decided to put a piece of cardboard in a heart shape, and then I gave it similar treatment as the background, and then I did some journaling on a piece of the napkin and put it on top, and there you go. And then I don't remember why there's, I think while I was working on these hearts, I would clean up my water brush on this side, and then I saw the face in that, and so there you go. I'm pretty sure I did a video about this, and I just stuck it together because the white background just makes it pop. And then this was another one of them pages I was stuck on for so long. This just had a splotch of leftover paint, and this was like that stamp was there. And then I thought, I just didn't, See, I have the opposite problem than most people have. Most people have a problem when they start with a blank page. I find a blank page a lot easier to work with. This, I had no idea what to do. I just didn't know. And then I saw this critter, and I saw another critter here too. He was more like a wolf or whatever in the bottom. But I decided to go with the baby dragon. And then not long after I started making the dragon, bringing the dragon out, I was upstairs working on the laundry, and one of the neighbors had a fire because there was a fire truck and an ambulance, and so anyway, it was very strange. But yeah, anyway, I journaled about all that, and so yeah, I just finished this the other day, and I think I'm just gonna leave these like that. I should probably do more to this, but I'm just gonna leave those eggs like that because I don't really know where to go from there. And these are printouts. These are art sparks of inspiration from Carolyn Dubie, and I printed it out because I saw different things in it, and I wanted to do it, but I haven't gotten around to doing it yet. But I printed it out a few times. This was an art challenge. I'm pretty sure I did a video. This was an art challenge. I did this with my feet. I drew this with my feet and colored it with my feet. Pretty sure I did a video, and I don't remember what it would have been called. Anyway, and then this had some leftover paints similar to this background, but then I saw her, which I think represents me probably, but anyway, I saw her, and so I just did this. Fall into your dreams. That just kept coming into my head as I was working on her, so there you go. And then I did the peace symbols on this side, on this cover as well. This time it's colored pencils. On the front cover it's paint, and on the front cover it's called cereal box cutouts glued on. So there you go. What? You want to be on the show? Okay, come on up. Okay, so see ya.